I have my house listed for rent. I'm there on Craigslist, so I'm excited about that. And now I have somebody coming to the property for the first time. I'm just not sure what to do. Well, that's why I have with us today Eric Grayling to answer that question. I'm listed on Craigslist. I have someone coming to the property. What am I supposed to do?
You're listing it for rent?
Yes, listing it for rent.
All right. And you decided not to use a realtor?
Yeah, I didn't want to use you. I didn't want to pay for you. I don't think you're worth it.
The cargo is a lot. So what you're going to do basically is you're going to allow these people into your home to look at it. Obviously, the normal legal disclaimer, make sure you know who's coming into your property and things like that from a safety standpoint. But the first thing, if you find somebody who's interested in your place, what you're going to want to do is have them complete an application, a rental application. All right, and I think the number one mistake that consumers make is they get excited that they have a tenant and they forget that finding a good tenant is the key, not a tenant. You don't want anybody out there who can fog a mirror. You want somebody you really, really want to do your homework at this early stage, pull their credit, pull their criminal background, and really sit down and chat with them and let that gut meter tell you, what's going on, along with, the credit report and things like that.
Great, so I find someone, I make sure I get a good feeling, and what's the next step after that? So they passed my application, I pulled their credit, what am I doing next?
All right, then you're going to have them complete a lease. Now understand, you can get leases from, any of your your big box stores out there. The Pennsylvania Association of Realtors has a lease. Just understand that, like the application, there's a lot of different versions. A lease is simply a contract between somebody who owns a property and somebody who's going to be renting it.
All right, you mean so it doesn't have to be like 10 pages long?
Nah, there's no standards other than it's got to follow state law and be about plain language and all that thing. But you can include or exclude whatever you want as an owner. An example of that would be, if your property is within an association, you may want to write in that if there's an increase in the association fee, you have the right to pass that through to your tenant. If you have a single family home with no association, that language obviously wouldn't apply.
Sure. All right, good. So I have my lease. I've gotten that worked out. You've told me where I could get some. And now they're ready to move in. What do I need from them?
Typically what you're going to want and need is some cash. All right? You're giving up your place, you're giving up your keys, I want some dinero. So you're going to start with that. A typical rule of thumb might be, 1 month security deposit, maybe you try to collect last month's rent, something like that. Then you're going to collect first month's rent when they move in. All right, and you're just going to go over the particulars. You're going to want to make sure that you have pictures of the property when they move in. So if there's a dispute that comes up when they move out, you can represent what the condition was like. You're going to want to make sure you have their contact information. Make sure they know, what emergency numbers to call should there be a problem. If you are also going to be the repairman, they're going to need a way to get a hold of you 24 hours a day.
Great. Thank you.